Welcome one, welcome all, and welcome to an honest review of the 2003 reboot of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. We have reviewed the original before on the channel, go check it out, but the plot for this remake, Kofi, what is it?
A movie in which 5 friends get stalked and killed by a chainsaw-wielding loon known as Leatherface.
Correct. Now, the original, a few points that we made, wasn't a lot of gore. Characters were a bit hopeless. Generally, I think that this remake does a lot to try and improve those things. It starts off with the same narrator as the original, but doesn't get paid his doobie this time round, sadly.
Doobie.
Yeah, we're in Texas. The group of teenagers this time have been on a Mexican road trip to get some doobie containment.
Some what now?
Doobie containment? What?
Some of the ganj. Some of the letters.
The devil's
of
letters.
Satan.
Yes, guys, can we go to Mexico for some doobie containment? Yes, I would like to join you there. Perfect.
And yeah, so we've got some of the Sweet Home Alabama kicking us off, even though Alabama is not in Texas. But yeah, got our teenagers here, including Jessica Biel.
Like, why do horror movies always have the fucking Scooby-Doo cast? In all of them. They've always got, like, the most played out cliches. You've got, like, the geek, you've got the cool guy, you've got the two that won't stop fucking, that are always gonna die while they're fucking, and then there's always, like, a sexy woman.
There's not much to her, to be fair. Like, they've got this sort of character thread that she's the most intelligent and most likely to defeat Leatherface because she can pick locks. And the reason that she can pick locks is, I had brothers.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, so that's great character development, that, isn't it? The Scooby-Doo teens are joined by a victim of Leatherface's. Not a dead one, though. Thank fuck. She is a bit mental, though.
They're just driving the car, and she's like, oh, he's killed them all. Oh, just gonna grab the fucking steering wheel. And she just grabs the wheel, goes, no. At least fucking tell us something. Don't shout.
You're going the wrong way. She is a bit unfortunate, though, because she decides to Kurt Cobain herself in the car.
All of the people in the fucking car are just like, hey, what are you doing with that gun? Oh, don't shoot yourself in the face. Oh, please don't. Ah, shit, she shot herself.
It was clearly concealed in her vagina, right?
It actually was.
Yeah, this is true.
I mean, I know that you're going to kill yourself, so you probably don't care, but it's not the most hygienic thing to store a gun in your vagina and then put it in your mouth, surely.
Also, if it's there, like, why didn't you just pull it out and shoot Leatherface?
Well, that's the other thing, right? Big plot hole straight away.
Yeah, with a big fucking hole for certain, yeah. And there is quite a cool shot, though, because, like, the bullet wound's in the back of her head, and the camera goes through the hole in her head and then out the back of the smashed window of the car she's just shot through. Pretty decent.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And moving on to the teens eventually just bumping into Leatherface. That's the rest of the film, innit?
Yes. They go to the old Crawford Mill, don't they? Because that's where they're told that the sheriff is. And when they get there, they see a shadowy figure move inside the mill, like, proper fast, which is very, very fucking scary. And all of them go, we'll go and search for that person in the pitch black. Why would you do that? Someone has just murdered themselves after saying they've been attacked. And you go into a building to find them. No.
But they're walking around this part of the fucking mill expecting to meet the sheriff. So if they see this little shadowy figure running in the distance, does that mean that they think that's the sheriff? And then we get the fucking sheriff showing up. Yeah, fucking Arlie Ermy.
He's a pure fucking noncy character, isn't he?
He's very noncy, and he is basically just doing his Full Metal Jacket drill sergeant in this, just with a sheriff's hat on instead of an army costume. I say costume, uniform's the real word.
Costume. I'm just going to put on my police costume and go to work. He's the only one I like. Well, him and the granddad. I quite like the granddad who's just like, you get the fuck out of my house all the time. It's pretty much his one
wheelchair bastard again.
His one role is to do that. But the wheelchair bastard, I like when he's got his cane and he offers the guy out and he's like knocking it on the floor and to signal old Leatherface to come out of the closet. But he's like, come help me, bro. And he constantly just wants to fight every cunt. I love him.
Yeah, the sheriff's a fucking dick to these teenagers.
My favourite bit of him being a dick is is he's scaring the geek in the back of the car, and he's like basically saying, tell me what happened with the suicide girl. And then he forces him to go through it, put the gun in his mouth, and then he's like, well, you can't kill yourself without your finger on the trigger. And he's basically going to make him fucking blow his own brains out. And then when he turns the gun on the cop, he's like, well, there you go, you're a fucking murderer. You must have killed the girl. Got ya. The old switcheroo.
It's a fucking mince scene, to be fair.
So Leatherface kills people, doesn't he?
Leatherface does kill people, as Leatherface does. And he kills one fucker called Kemper. And he makes a mask of Kemper's face, and then goes running after the girls. Oh, boys, it's the Benny Hill scene. Right, shall I do the theme tune?
Okay, I'm ready.
Somebody
That's beautiful.
When Leatherface takes his mask off, why is he Voldemort?
Yeah, it's nose.
Is that it? Just nose.
That is a great point. That's a great
nose.
How does a human being lag?
No, but yeah, you're right. His nose is fucked. It's full on Mickey Jackson.
I quite like Leatherface in this film. I think they've made him a bit more like intimidating.
A bit more grunty.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, and like a few times they like do a close up of his face, and you can see like he's absolutely seething with anger, and they've made him a bit more like brutal, I guess is probably the right word. They've made him more sort of like a bit more dark and angry.
You know, they have a little fight, don't they? I can't remember which character it is, but he picks up a wrench. After that, like they try and get back in the car, but somebody has undone all the wheels. I just love like the image of like Leatherface just squatting with this little like cross wrench, like. He's been gone 25 minutes taking these fucking wheels off. Like,
just Nathan giggling to himself like, they're getting away. It's mad as well. Then the fucking Jessica Biel like escapes, goes to like a meat factory, and then has a bit of cat and mouse around there with Leatherface, and eventually gets away in a car, runs the sheriff over, but thinks, I'm gonna run him over 4 more times.
It wasn't her driving the car though, was it?
wasn't it?
No.
Wasn't it?
What had happened is
was
that a comet had come close to planet Earth, and the planet had actually taken over all vehicles.
That is a fucking crossover reference I wasn't expecting. If you want to watch a better review than this, Maximum Overdrive, honest review. Overall, that was... well, it was alright.
Compared to the first one, I would say it's a little bit better, but it was like very badly paced, even though it was faster paced than the original one. It was nicer to see more gore from this film, because the original had like none.
It's a decent remake as far as remakes go, but bit of bad pacing here and there, quite a bit of padding, and a lot of just random characters that didn't need to be there, like the random fucking family in the caravan, and like Jeremy Kyle kid running round.
My final thought is that you'd honestly better dragging your testicles across 3 miles of glass than trying to enjoy this film. However, if you have a low IQ, if you are...
Where the fuck is this going?
If you are an inbred hillbilly, then you might enjoy this film. However, if you're a human being with any hope at all, then you probably could do something more productive with your time than watch this. Unless...
How many sub-points does this point have?
Just have to let him finish.
You can't ask for my opinion and then be offended when you get it. Unless Voldemort's nose.
It's like when you try and hit the word count on a fucking assignment. And that was it. That's Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2003. Beer, please.